awesome, absolutely awesome.
I love it when a plan comes together. Definitely worth a look. Yeah, it was well on par. Right, hello everybody. It is Saturday the 29th of September 2012 and I'm here to review the first of two movies I went to see yesterday, and the first one being obviously Resident Evil Retribution. This is the fifth installment in the Resident Evil franchise, starring Mila Jovovich, directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, brings back Sienna Guillory and also Michelle Rodriguez and a couple of other interesting faces. So this pretty much kicks off from the end of Afterlife. So if you've watched Afterlife, you'll know where that ended. Don't worry if you haven't seen the previous four films, because it pretty much gives you the lowdown in like the first 5 minutes of this film. So if you haven't seen the first four, it's okay. Once you've seen this one, it brings you up to speed, so it's not a problem. What is there to say about this film? Well, plot-wise, not that good. You know, we find that Alice was captured by the Umbrella Corporation again, and this time she's at a secret facility which she thought is actually in Tokyo. It's in fact, well, it's not in Tokyo, let's just say that, and it's somewhere beneath an ice area in the cold depths of Russia, basically Siberia, as I would like to say. And what they've actually done is this facility is where they run biohazard simulations. So that's how they experiment on T-virus and how it reacts to, you know, the normal humans, and how they can fight against the resistance and things like that. But as I say, plot-wise, it wasn't too bad. We see Alice living a normal life, and Michelle Rodriguez's character is part of this normal life as well, but it was still very confusing to find out how someone like Michelle Rodriguez is back in this film, given the fact that she was turned into a zombie and was killed in the very first one. So yeah, very interesting. Same thing with Oded Fehr's character Carlos, Colin Salmon's character as well, he's back. So all these familiar faces are back, but again, as you're watching the film, you're wondering how is it these people have come back, and eventually it is revealed as to how they've come back alive. Kind of thought that was the case, didn't actually think that was actually going to happen. There were a lot of surprises even for myself, even though I've seen the trailers, but I still was quite surprised as to how it all appeared. Alice is actually assisted by Ada Wong, who's played by Li Bingbing. By the way, she looked gorgeous in this red dress that she's wearing, awesome. And also Albert Wesker. Figure that one out. That's all I'm going to say. So it turns out that the Red Queen is the one who's responsible for putting this harness on Jill Valentine's chest, the same thing that Claire had as well from Afterlife. So pretty much Jill Valentine is doing the Red Queen's bidding, and how it all unfolds from there is it's pretty awesome. Luther West is back as well. He's one of the survivors from Afterlife. So it all sort of, I wouldn't say it comes to a head, because there's room for a sixth one, believe it or not. How is there going to be a sixth one? You just have to watch this one to understand how they're going to get to the sixth one and what it's going to involve, because something interesting happens at the very end. Even I didn't expect. So like I say, there was a lot of surprises in store in this film that I did not expect. Going into this movie, I knew partially what to expect, but as I said, a lot of things were revealed that made me think, okay, so that's how it's happened, and that's why this is happening, and this is why that's happening. So, you know, you've got to follow the film very carefully to really understand everything that's going on. Effects wise, brilliant. Fight scenes, let me just say right now, Sienna, Mia, the pair of them, oh my god, they really did rock. They certainly rocked. And even Michelle Rodriguez gets a turn of doing some kick-ass in herself. So very, very interesting to see how that one played out, I have to say. But no, I'd say it was thoroughly enjoying. really did enjoy it, and I thought it rocked. Can't wait for part 6. Let's just hope that part 6 is the last one, because I think 6 movies would be just about the right amount for the Resident Evil movie franchise anyway. I know a lot of people, I mean, there's been a few people that I've spoken to who have said that they don't like the movies because it doesn't relate to the games. Well, it's based partially on the games, but you can't expect, and the same thing I've said about movies that are based on comic books and books as well, you can't expect everything that you've played or seen or read to be put on the big screen. You know, there's too much to play around with, which is why they just borrow certain elements, mix them up together, and voila. And that's it. You know, people have to have that understanding to say, okay, I've played the games, but am I expecting the same thing on the big screen? Well, not really, no. Yes, you've got the zombies. Yes, you've got the Umbrella Corporation. That's really about it, you know. There's nothing... You know, the characters in the game won't always be the same on the film. I know in Afterlife, Claire and Chris Redfield, brother and sister, I think they're both featured in the game series at one point. So again, a lot of fans were quite well known about that. But overall, I still think that I enjoyed the films. I not really played the games because they were on console, so I don't own a console. Otherwise, I probably would have played them. But I think Resident Evil 5 did come out on PC. I probably only played about half an hour of it, and yeah, it just really wasn't for me. But yeah, as I say, I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did, and if you did see it, let me know what you thought of it. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.